How do you feel being back in LA, man?
I mean, I love being in LA. You know, Rasan's always bragging about the weather, and I left good weather to come to better weather. But I do have to say, Rasan, I don't know when the last time you flew was, but flying is it's a dumpster fire now. Flying is just the worst. We brought a bunch of people out here nonstop, like delays and packed planes, and I mean, flying sucks now.
I was in Hawaii last week, but I didn't have any issues with my flights. But I did get a little tan. Do you like my tan?
Yeah.
You know,
I got one too.
Here's something about flying that baffles me.
What's that?
I have a 7-year-old son, and my wife and him and I travel, and we always have to figure out how to tell them to get our seats, at least one of our seats, to sit with him.
Okay, so I get on the plane and I get what I affectionately call white trash first class.
Mm-hmm.
When you're sitting in coach and you're on the aisle and somebody's on the window, nobody's in the middle, right? So this is going on, it's going on. Now the plane's delayed, and then they come back and they find out that there's some configuration of a parent and a kid on a lap.
Yep.
So they throw the dad and the kid next to me. The kid's like a year and a half old. As soon as he sits down, sneezes, snot all over the place.
Yep.
Then the kid's throwing his bottle. I'm picking it up and I'm hand sanitizing every time. But at one point during the trip, the dad was passed out, right? And the kid was playing with the toy. And I thought to myself, am I now responsible for this child?
I think you legally are. It's first class rules. Well, imagine if they just put the baby there without the parent.
Well, did they do that? Did they sit your 7-year-old?
No, they eventually always figure it out. At first, we went to Mexico and he was 3. And we had to tell them he can't sit by himself. And they were like, we don't know if we can do anything. I'm like, you have to do something.
Right.
It's like, do you want to take care
and
of
then,
the baby?
so imagine if we're just like, okay, Nico, we're just going to sit you here.
Right. So this is what happened on my flight. This empty seat was there. The flight attendant, then inevitably the ticket agent came up to me and they kept saying, have you seen anybody here? And I'm like, no. They go, are you sure? And I'm like, no. They go, are you positive? I'm like, I'm not hiding someone. No one's here. So it turned out it was.
Whoa, wait, what?
It was parents and a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. I don't know how many seats they bought, but one of them was supposed to be sitting there with the kid on their lap. And at one point I heard them telling the people, you can't have 5 people in one row because it was the parents, the kids on their lap, and another
I see.
and another person. But that delayed the flight a half an hour while they figured that out.
Wow.